Hello viewer, it's me again, SparkyRides again, out for another ride on a very very chilly, it's nice and sunny, it's very very chilly March afternoon, and I'm going to my usual place, off to get some spare parts for me work what I do. And today I was going to chat about nuisance phone calls. We all love those, don't we? Those nuisance phone calls. You know, the ones that phone up and say, you could be entitled to £3,500 PPI, da-di-da-di-da. And you get the scamming ones where they phone up and say, oh, good afternoon, my name is James and I'm phoning from Microsoft, and we are here to tell you that you have a virus on your computer. Well, feck off, Microsoft don't phone anyone. So that's the scamming ones. Now I had the classic of classic ones today. I had an Oriental lady phone me up just before I come out actually, and I thought it was quite amusing. Started off, hello, is that Mr. Powell? I said yes, speaking, because I have to be polite when I first answer the phone because it could be a customer of mine. So I said yes, speaking. And then she carried on to say, have you had any nuisance phone calls lately? I said, including this one or before this one? She said, no, we're not nuisance phone call. We're a firm who can reduce your nuisance phone call. So have you had any nuisance phone call? I said, oh, that's a few, like you do, you know. Ah, she said, not as many as you normally do. I said, no, probably not. She said, that is because our system has logged on to your number and has been reducing the amount of nuisance phone calls you get. So really? She said, yes. She said, so now you know it works, would you like to subscribe to our service? I said, no, I wouldn't. I'd appreciate it if you didn't call me anymore. Ah, why you be like that? I said, well, because you are the nuisance of all nuisance phone calls. I said, we all get nuisance phone calls. I said, but you are the top of the tree. Because you're asking me, have I had any nuisance phone calls, and you're suggesting that you can reduce my nuisance phone calls. And you are a nuisance phone call. Oh no, we're not a nuisance phone call, we're a company. I said, so is everybody else who phones me up and claims to offer me PPI and all this sort of stuff. They're all companies, but they're all nuisances. I don't want them. If I want something, I'll ring them. Anyway, we had a bit of an argument, and I said, anyway, there's nothing to do with your system logging onto my number. I said, which, as far as I'm aware, is quite illegal. I said, that's called phone tapping. I said, it's because I've got this little device here, and if I press this button now, it will cut you off, and you won't be able to phone me back, because it will log your number as a nuisance number. And you know what she did? She fucking hung up on me before I could press the button. So yeah, that's got to be the all-time best nuisance phone call ever. You know, she's offering me, or so-called offering me, a cure for nuisance phone calls. She's a bloody nuisance phone call herself. So there you go. Yeah, so nuisance phone calls. That one's got to be the creme de la creme, the nuisance phone calls. Creme de la creme. Someone phoning you up to tell you that they've reduced your nuisance phone calls. And would you like to subscribe to their service? No, I bloody well wouldn't, thank you very much. I really do think more should be done to stop nuisance phone calls. I saw a thing on the TV the other day on the news. Some company got fined quite a few £1,000s. I think it was about £40,000 or so for the calls that they'd made. It was a recorded, one of these recorded bloody calls. I think they're the worst because you can't even vent your frustrations on them. No good swearing at a bloody machine, is it? So yeah, they got fined for doing all these nuisance calls, and they should do that more, because I run my own business, you know, and I sometimes get more nuisance bloody phone calls than I do genuine calls about work. So it's a bit silly the amount that you get these days. So there's my little gripe on nuisance phone calls. I'm sure you all get them, and I'm sure you all hate them, unless you're one of these that sits at a desk all day making them. Then good luck to you. I want to do that for a bleeding job, get sworn out all day long. There you go. Someone's got to do it. Enjoying being back out on the old beast. Haven't been on it for about 2 weeks, I think. So it's nice to get this out again, have a little ride. And here we are at the spare shop. Very peaceful here. Right, that's it for now, tubes. I'll catch you all later.